To become unstoppable in any field, there are exactly 2 steps to follow. The first step is to shut down the voices that prevent you from moving forward. Now there are 2 types of voice. Firstly, it is the voice of others. Now who are the others? Your own friends, relatives or your parents. Sometimes what happens is when we think of doing something all by our heart, we get so excited that we start discussing our ideas with our loved ones. And after listening to you, everyone starts speaking against you. Oh, don't do that. There's no future. What will people say? Etc. etc. So how to shut down those voices? We cannot even stay away from them because they are our own people. So what to do in such a situation? In such circumstances, if someone comes and tells you that you cannot do this, then neither you have to fight them nor you have to remain silent. You just have to ask them one small question. Why? Why can't I? Then the game will start. 90% of them will be those who will not have any answer to this why. And even if they have any, then it will be very funny. Such as, you never got good marks in studies. Then how could you be able to handle such big business? They will relate the business skills with your marks without any logic. Now the remaining 10% of people may have a genuine answer to this why. So whenever you meet such people, you should sit back and listen to what they have to say about it. And then sit alone to think about what they said and find some solution to those problems. And after that, you should say a big thank you to that person from your heart. Because you never know how these people inadvertently help us a lot in moving forward. But even if a solution to the problem is not found, you should not stop there. Just keep that in mind and move forward. On the way, who knows, you might find out solution. If you decide to leave the house only when all the lights are turned green, then you will never be able to leave the house. And the biggest thing is that if someone tells you that you cannot do that, then remember one thing. He just wants to tell you, because I believe I cannot do this work, so I think no one else in the world can do this work, which is not true at all. So this will shut down the first voice. That is the voice of others that works like barriers to you. Now comes the second voice, which is much bigger than the first one. That is your own voice. Your own mental barriers that prevent you every time and everything. The biggest stone on your way. Now how to break that? There are 2 kinds of people in this world. One who always has his hands on his head, meaning those who try to spend their lives by avoiding problems in every possible way. For them, the biggest stone, that is the obstacle, becomes bigger day by day. And there are people of another kind whose hands are always outstretched. They are not afraid of problems but always tries to face them, which allows the energy to flow inside them. They never try to stop the energy from going inside. And the same energy makes that big stone smaller day by day. After a few days, the biggest stone disappears completely. Now the question comes, how to have the courage to face these problems? The courage to face problems comes by asking the right questions. Why is it like that? How can it be changed? Why I cannot change it? It takes courage to ask such better questions to yourself. And only then that other voice can be stopped also. That means there remains nothing that can stop you from moving forward. Now the second step to becoming unstoppable is to love your work only and not to love what you get from your work or what you are getting from your job. 99% of people makes mistake right here. That is why only 1% of people are able to become unstoppable in their respective fields. The rest remains mediocre or failures. When someone puts 100% focus in any work, only then something extraordinary will happen. And the biggest thing is that if someone's goal is to achieve something, then that person can never be happy. Because if he does not get what he wants, he will keep crying. And if he gets it, then he will cry for something new. If he does not get it, then he feels sad, and once he gets it, then he has the fear of losing it. Between these 2 emotions, his whole life will be crushed. But if his objective is to achieve excellence in any work in order to be extraordinary, then he will always be happy. Because there will be neither fear of losing anything nor any greed to gain anything. he will just love his work and be passionate about it. Achieving excellence in that work will be the aim of his life, and such people are unstoppable in their respective fields. So let's summarize the entire video again. So the first step to become unstoppable in any field of life is to shut down the voices that stop you from moving forward. The first is the voice of others, whom you should ask the question why to shut them down. And the second is to shut down your own voice, and you can do that only when you can learn how to face problems without any fear. And the second step is love your work more than anything else, because only then one can become unstoppable. Thank you for watching this video till the end. More wisdom, more solution, better life.